Hi Gemini, welcome to your April 2021 Taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant signs. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Gemini, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they speak to you. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. If you're new to the channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, as I said, you know I love you for it. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So let's see what April has in store for you. Alright, so for your actions and interactions with the world at large, this month you get the Ace of Cups. This is beautiful. So you're leading with the heart space this month, and I will say this right here and right now, I actually feel like this is going to be the beginning of much better times. The poor Geminis, you guys have really been through it this year as well. I have to say, you're one of the signs that I kind of feel for. Geminis have had a bit of a rough time of it over 2021. I can relate because I have a lot of fixed energy, and the fixed signs this year, I have to say, we're taking a beating. So I can definitely relate to your challenges. But I will say, even though Gemini is a mutable sign, but that's not the point. You have the Ace of Cups. This is about wishes fulfilled, but because you have this in your actions and interactions with the world at large, this is you leading with the heart space, right? This is about you really saying, you know what, I am ready to come from this space within myself, and I'm ready to present this aspect of myself above all and others. Now, what this also tells me as well is rather than waiting for your dreams to come true, this is about you getting proactive and saying, you know what, I'm going to find it within me to make these things happen. Now, in a lot of ways, I feel like this is you going to start reaching out to the people that you know, to the people that you care about. And I think in a lot of ways, it's almost like there's this energy in you this month that's going to say, you know what, if I don't have what I need, I can build it. I can make it. If I don't have access to what it is that I need at this moment in time, I will make or create that opportunity for myself. This is effectively you doing what I call, I have a technique that I call, I didn't know I was going to share this until just now, but I have a technique that I call shaking the web. And I might one day make a video about this, no promises. But it's effectively where you shake on the web of the universe for whatever it is that you want or need at any given moment in time. So, yeah, sorry, I didn't realize I was going to share that until just now, but here we go. For your money and materials this month, you have the Four of Cups. So in a lot of ways, this is you creating the abundance that you need, but it's going to come through possibly some very surprising avenues. So in a lot of ways, it's kind of like you're asking for what you want, you're heading towards what you want, but you're going to find that the way that it comes back to you, or the way that it shapes up in your life, is going to be through avenues that you hadn't expected. There are going to be a few surprises this month. I actually feel like they're going to be great surprises. I think this is a month where letting people, letting life, letting the energy surprise you is going to be, you know, usually when people say that, they're like, basically, I just don't want to tell you that the shit's going to hit the fan. It's not that this month. Like, literally, I feel like you are going to have so many pleasant surprises this month, but they are going to be like boom, 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 and you'll be like, what's going on? Like, you know, have the stars aligned for me? Maybe they have. When it comes to your money and your finances, your creative endeavors, the things that and for a lot of you, I actually feel like these are things that you've created already, things that have been sat on the back burner for like the longest time. They suddenly become relevant. Ideas that you had maybe 6 months ago, a year ago, suddenly slot into place, and they become part of this new tapestry that you're you know, putting out into the world, which I really love. Now, when it comes to your physical health and vitality, this would be a good month for you to detox. So, you know, I know for those of you that are in the UK, you're probably thinking, what, just as we open up after lockdown, Raf? Cheers, mate. But yeah, this would be a good month not to drink. It would be a really good month for you to think about doing some form of detox. Whether this is dandelion root, leaf and tea are both really good prime blood cleansers. I'm not a registered medical herbalist or anything like that, so please check that you're not allergic or check with a doctor, etc. But those kinds of things, like where you're cleansing from the inside out, cleansing your blood, cleansing your lymph system, all of that sort of stuff will be very relevant for you this month. When it comes to your home and environment, it looks like you could be having a surprise visit this month where somebody is maybe inviting themselves over. Someone's like, I haven't seen you in the longest time, I'm coming over. You know, and what I love about this is it's going to be a welcome break for you. I actually feel like this is an invite, or a self-imposed invite, that you might actually really enjoy and benefit from. For your communications and conversations, you have the King of Cups. This is a lot of water, right? So the emotions are very much to the fore. Now, the King of Cups, emotional intelligence, absolutely, but it's also, when it comes to the way that you communicate this month, you are able to appeal to the better nature of everyone that you come into contact with, whether this is at work, whether it's in your daily life. If you're thinking about doing any form of charity work, fundraising, a GoFundMe, anything like that, this month is very, very supported. This King of Cups is beautiful as well. When it comes to your healing, if you have to go and if you feel like you need therapy, talking therapy, a counselor, a therapist, a psychoanalyst, or anything like that, all of these things you would benefit from a lot this month. And because you have this energy within you that is appealing to the better nature of people, this would be a good month to ask for the things that you need. Now, you know, this isn't like, oh, well, you know, I need someone to pay my rent this month, or do you know what I mean? It's not that. It's deeper than that. Asking for what you need on that deep emotional level, asking for what you need on that deep spiritual level. The reason I say this is because people are receiving you well this month and they want to help you. There is a natural alignment for people supporting you this month. So use it wisely and what's the word that I'm looking for? Not just consciously, but kind of like responsibly, but oh, come on, brain. What is that word? Use it with integrity. That's what I was looking for. All right, so for your heart and half, or your relationships, you have the Four of Swords. So you've got two fours here. April may be a time where insomnia kicks in. And this may be between your work and your relationships, personal, interpersonal, platonic. There may be a lot going on in these two sectors, and as such, you may not have much time for rest, recuperation, and, you know, chill time. For those of you that are in relationships, this really does suggest to me that this is a good month for you guys to talk it out. It's a good month for you to have a heart-to-heart. It's a good month for you to really get back to being on the same page, I think is the easy way to put it. And if there is a break on the horizon for you guys, it doesn't have to be a break in the relationship. It looks like one of you are likely on your travels. So whether this is for your work, whether it's like something about the work for you or for the partner takes you away from the home. And so there is this energy of absence makes the heart grow fonder. Let that do the work for you. All right. For those of you that are single, quite frankly, I feel like you're doing a lot of self-work this month. So this is you laying the preparations and the foundations for a relationship. Maybe not necessarily getting into one. It looks like things like on that front are going to be relatively quiet, but it does suggest that the work that you're doing on yourself now is paving the way for that real solid, loving relationship energy that you are hoping for. I really like this. So for your weeks of the month, what might you need to know? For your first week of the month, you have the World card coupled with the Ace of Cups. I love this, right? So this is good news. This first week of April, this is going to be really good news coming from your personal community. This could be a family member, specifically an older person whose health maybe hasn't been good. This is great news. This is where they get the all clear. It's where they get the news that you're healthy, you can be discharged. It would be the news where a couple who have been trying for a baby for the longest time, you know, it's good news basically. On a personal level, because it's underneath your actions and interactions with the World card, this is really asking you to consider what your what you're ready to complete, what it is that you are now done with, what lesson do you really feel you have transcended, and the energy will let you know if you're right. Okay, so for your second week of the month, you have the Strength card. When it comes to money, materials, finances, you've got to dig deep this month. All right, so what I will say is you may have an idea of what it is that you think you want, but the energy is going to bring you what you actually need to create that. So you're going to have to find a way to go with the flow, but hold your goal, hold your desire in your mind and in your heart space while you're doing it. All right, so remember what I said, there's lots of really positive moments this month and lots of really lots of wonderful opportunities that will come sporadically, and it's up to you just to be a part of them. You don't have to follow every avenue that opens up for you. You do have to be open to the fact that it may not come in the way that you want it to. All right, just because it doesn't come in the package that you hoped doesn't mean that the thing that you get isn't what you wanted or what you asked for. All right, for your Chariot, you've got the Chariot card for your third week of the month, and this is, so you could be connecting this month with, especially here in the third week, with a Cancerian male. Chariot card, Cancer ruled, King of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. That's literally a Cancerian male, or, you know, a masculine Cancerian woman, it could be. So when it comes to your third week of the month, you are looking out for a specific person, and you may meet this person either on your travels or through the course of your work duties. They're going to be a part of your path, certainly over this third week of the month, but probably likely to be longer than that as well. Pay attention to who shows up in this third week of the month, because they may be instrumental in the steps that you take forward, you know, up ahead, which is kind of exciting. I like it when new people come into our lives, because everybody that comes into our lives comes for a reason. They teach us something new and we teach them something. You know, sometimes they stay for a day, sometimes they stay for 10 years, sometimes they stay for life. You know, that's the beauty of it all. For your fourth week of the month, you have the Emperor. So there's a lot of 4 energy here. Why? You've got the 4 of Cups, you've got the 4 of Swords, and you have the Emperor. Now, in a lot of ways, the Emperor coupled with the 4 of Swords, this is mindfulness, this is meditation, this is paying attention, but through that mental acuity and focus. And this week, it's funny as well, because Mercury moves into Aries this month as well. So I find that really interesting, because it's going to be there, you know, like, one of the things that you really want to probably put some time and effort into is really being focused, really being mentally aware, but also mentally present in your relationships, personal, interpersonal, platonic, etc. This would be a time as well where a lot of you may be thinking about a relationship and asking yourself, is this for the long haul? Is this really what I perceive myself to want or to be a part of going forward? It may be that your partner says something to you this month as well that makes you think, wow, okay, you know, maybe they are considering the relationship. I don't see any breakups here, but I do see a lot of real focus on the relationship. For those of you that are single, again, there's so much real deep reflection on your relationships. It's like you're looking at them and saying, right, okay, what is my relationship style? What does this say about me? What does it say that I keep attracting maybe the same type of partner? I've said this before, right? When this kind of energy shows up, very often the message is, what is it about me or within me that continues to attract the same type of person, right? If you're one of those people that constantly gets into the same sort of crappy relationship, or the person that you meet starts out great and they always end up the same, you know, with the same negative traits, etc. What is it about you, us, we've all been there, that attracts that kind of person and allows them to stay? That is the part of us that needs to be reflected on, and I think this month you're finally going to crack that personal code, which is great. For your Human Design Oracle card for the month ahead, you have the Gate 34 and Power, right? I love this. Really, I mean, actually this is a very powerful set of cards, and the fact that you've got the dragon on the card there, this says to me that April is going to reveal to you who has the power in your life, where it comes from, and ultimately how you utilize that power within your life, or where you may give it away. I think in a lot of ways, these are going to be the questions, especially on these relationship kind of dynamics, especially when it comes to your work kind of stuff. And also, I think this is going to highlight to you where not only your power lies, but where it is that maybe you are a bit frivolous with it, or maybe where you give it away. So pay attention to what comes up this month, because there are going to be clues, there are going to be messages, and what I like to call sort of cosmic signposts. All right, with that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic month. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up for you. Take care, and I'll see you soon.